Look at question 5 from the IB questions, Lassa. And we're going to try a non-calculator approach to it. So we're given some instructions on how to start it off. And we're going to just try following those instructions and seeing where it leads us to, which is it's often something to do when you're unsure about where a problem's going to go, to just start it and see where it leads. So there's not really much to talk about with what to do. It tells us what to do. Substitute x equals 1 into both sides of this equation. So I'm just going to do that. X is 1, so we won't bother writing it. X squared, 1 squared is 1. 1 cubed is 1. And 1 to the power of 4 is 1. Okay. Anyone with suggestions for how to actually answer the question and figure out what the value of that is? Nick?
Oh, wait, sorry, I thought we were... you could do Pascal's triangle. We could do
Pascal's triangle. Yeah. Pascal's triangle would work pretty nicely for part A. It wouldn't work so nicely for part B. Yeah. So I think that is a completely valid approach. Is there an approach that would be useful for both of these, though? Is there a way we can isolate 4 choose 1 plus 4 choose 2 plus 4 choose 3?
The formula, the factorial.
Yep, the factorial formula would also work. I think there's a simpler way based on what we've got here, because we can work out 1 plus 1 is 2 and raise it to the power of 4. And then I'm going to combine these two ones, the one at the beginning and the one at the end. And we should be able to cope with 2 to the power of 4 without a calculator as well. Someone call it out? 16, good. And then we're very close to actually evaluating what we've been asked for. So this is what we wanted, 4 choose 1 plus 4 choose 2 plus 4 choose 3, and there it is at the end. So all we've got to do is take off 2 from both sides. So 4 choose 1 plus 4 choose 2 plus 4 choose 3 is equal to 14. And this approach is one that we could use for part B. It's not the most efficient approach for part A, but it carries more over into part B. Missa?
Well, knowing from Pascal's triangle, like the first term is always the same as the exponent. So you would know that the first 4 choose 1
yep.
would be 4.
Yeah.
And you would also know that the final term would
That's
be 4.
true.
So you could subtract those from the right side of the equation, which would leave you then with 6.
Okay, if you wanted to figure out that term in the middle. Yeah, as we just want them summed together, we don't really need to worry too much about that. Okay, so we can use the same idea for part B. So we know it's going to be the same. We know it's going to be this.
Wait, so is that the answer?
So this would be the answer. Yeah, they would add up to 14.
And we don't have to simplify the 4 choose 1?
No, yeah, the answer is 14. It says evaluate. Find the value of those 3 terms added together. So it adds up to 14.
So you want the answer after the word evaluate?
Yes, because evaluate means find the value of. Find the value of what that sum is. So now we've got to evaluate this. Now, if we were doing this with our calculator, this would be a pain now, because there's so much inputting involved. If we're doing Pascal's triangle, it means drawing Pascal's triangle out for quite a long time, and then adding up 8 numbers.
With calculator, you only need to find 3 terms though, using it.
Because of the symmetry.
And you know the first one on each side is 9. So
yeah, so that's true. I guess if you use your calculator for these 3 and added on the 9, you could double it. Yeah, that would be a very neat way of doing it. So we can use this idea again. We know we're going to have 2 to the power of 9 on one side. We know we're going to have the 1 at the beginning like we had with the 4s. Then we're going to have all of this. Okay. 9 choose 3. Oh, this is a lot of writing. And we're going to have the 1 at the end. So as long as we can work out 2 to the power of 9 and subtract 2, we can evaluate this without a calculator. Okay, so the same idea, same approach as we use for part A. Using a calculator method would be quicker if this were a calculator allowed question. With a no calculator question, I think this is probably our quickest approach. Yeah.
Wait, I don't understand why. How can you just put the 1 at the front and at the end? Isn't 9 choose 1 1 as well?
No. 9 choose 1 is 9.
Oh, okay.
9 choose 1 means if you've got 9 objects, how many different ways are there of choosing one of them? So we could pick each object, so there's 9 ways. Same with 9 choose 8, how many ways are there of picking 8 of them?
How do you spell choose? Like, is it just choose?
The word choose, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's how we're going to do B. We'll stop the video there.